Hello, welcome back to Ever17 at Out of Infinity. Now I'm at the elevator scene in the kids' route where there are two voices in the elevator. I'm asking her again. Is there nobody? Was that right, or really? Was that right? I guess it was just my mind playing tricks on me. Maya would glance at me from time to time, but when our eyes met, she would look away. Really? Really? You're sure there's nobody else there? Even in the elevator next to you? I wondered why not. The voice that I had heard a little bit ago was grating my mind. I just want to make sure one more time. There was really no one riding the end of the elevator except for you. So there was somebody. But... White reading 6. Huh. And the exact number of humans trapped was... There's a choice here. I'll say 5. Wait, that's not right. It's definitely weird. I protested. There are only 5 people that didn't escape in time, but the bioscan is showing 6. So there has to be somebody else in LeMU. No, Sarah, that's wrong. The thing is, Sora is... The words jumped out of my mouth. The thing is, Sora is... She's not really here. Sora is... She's an RSD generated image.
RSD?
I already read this. I'll just... Gone to worry about your past, right? Nope. Nope. It's not your problem, so it's easy for you to say that. Right now? Again, I thought about it. It was the same as the time I boarded downstairs, and I knew something that there was no way I could know. The fact that Sora was an RSD image. When, where, and why? Why and from whom, and how could I have heard that? It was like one memory had broken free from the frozen iceberg of my past. I was confused by the memory's image. I don't know. I don't know how I know. How could I know? What is there in my past? Somebody, tell me. The 4 of them looked at each other.
だけど、ひょっとしたら逆なんじゃないのか、ユウ。せっかく記憶の切れ端が見つかったんだ。すぐに掴んで引っ張り出してやらないと 切れ足はどっかに行っちゃうかもしれないじゃないか。
倉波の言ってること、私もわかるよ。でもね、今私たちが置かれてる状況をよく考えてみて。
私も田中さんの意見に賛成です。この中には精神科の専門医もカウンセリングができる方もいらっしゃいません。つまりもしも少年さんの症状が悪化してしまった場合、私たちには手の施しようがないということです。
だから現状をキープするしかないのよ。記憶のことは脱出してからでも遅くはないんだから。
Sarah and Takeshi didn't look satisfied. Maybe I had gotten used to this kind of thing. My head didn't hurt and I didn't feel confused. But I was terribly tired. I was absolutely beaten. There was no way I was getting any closer to my memory. My memory was like a lone island shrouded in a fog.
ナッキョ先輩がそう言うならわかりました。それに少年の記憶よりも先に探さなきゃいけないものがあるし、探さ
当たり前じゃん。
誰か
じゃん。何がおかしい？
だってこれがねえ倉波。
俺20歳だけど。
私は18歳。少年は年齢不詳だけど、私より年下なのは確かよね。この3人であんな大事故が起こせると思う？
そうね。あなたたち3人だけでは無理かもしれない。でも茜ヶ崎空、あなたにならで
空。
So Segumi's talking about how they could have triggered the incident again because she's been in 2017 and she's also in 2034, but she still looks the same, I think. Okay, I waited for the rest of the explanation. Sora didn't say anything more. I guess she was trying to say, figure the rest out yourself, I thought. I figured that if it were the Lieblich Pharmaceutical Japanese-German joint venture that had control of LeMU, there had to be a reason that a pharmaceutical company would build a theme park in a place like this. That reason in-house power generation. What could they have to do with each other? Power generation, thermal C4 vents. The first word that popped into my head was hot springs or microorganisms. Microorganisms. That was it, microorganisms. There were unique kinds of microorganisms found around thermal C4 vents that weren't seen anywhere else. That was why Lieblich Pharmaceuticals was researching microorganisms on the C4. Himmel, IBF, high-pressure oxygen treatment device, all these words that I had known flashed onto the screen of my mind. As usual, I had no idea why I knew them. I had no idea about the reasons or causes behind them, but I was convinced that they were facts. On the ocean floor below LeMU, Lieblich Pharmaceutical has a research lab, right? I said this straight out to Sora.
どうしてそれを？
I thought so. Lieblich made IVF on the C4 to research germs and viruses. The theme park was just a kind of cover. The researchers acted like staff members for LeMU, going above the ocean and back down to the C4. In that way, nobody would suspect that there was a lab there. Or it might have been a way of securing capital. Working in conjunction with a bustling amusement park, you would never be short of research funds. I'm right, aren't I?
少年さん、あなた一体何者なんですか？
I don't even know myself. All I know is that I do know these things. I know it all, like a prophecy playing like a film in my
そん
mind.
なはずありません。少年さんは嘘をついていらっしゃるのではありませんか？私に何かを隠して。
I'm not hiding a thing. I am being completely open about it, about everything I know, everything.
わかりました。でもとにかく今のお話はすべて忘れてください。
I know, I won't tell anybody.
いえ、そうではなく忘れていただきたいと申し上げているのです。研究所なんてこの海底にはありません。昔はありましたが、今は閉鎖されて使われていないのです。 お願いです。そういうことにしておいてください。
Okay, I understand. If it is that important to you, then I will forget it.
約束ですよ。
I swore that I would, then I left the control room. Okay. Here's Coco again. She has sat in the dark room on the bed. I was at a loss for words. I didn't know where to start. The girl just stared at me intently. It's alright. Don't worry, everything is alright. She didn't answer. Anyway, let's go where everybody else is.
みんな
Yeah, it's not just me. There are lots of other people.
助けに来てくれたの？
Yeah, that's right.
でもきっと無理だよ。
Huh?
もうどこにも出られないんだ。
The girl's eyes were sad and moist. I decided to ask her why she said that. Take the girl out. Ask her why she said that. Why do you say that? We'll be fine. A rescue team should be here any time.
嘘。
It's not a lie. The people that escaped know that we're here. Someone will come for sure. So, what do? I take the girl out. Let's go. That was what I said. What does this do?
どこに？
Anywhere. Let's just get out of here.
どうして？
Coco, because if we stay here, then we'll probably... I sucked in my breath. Somehow I knew her name as well. Coco Yakami. And then I had a premonition that something was about to happen. I thought that when I took my eyes off of her, Coco would vanish, like a ghost. So I would take her out of here.
お願い。行かないで。
What?
どこにも行かないで。一人ぼっちにしないで。
I couldn't understand what she meant. I couldn't understand, but my mouth had an answer. I won't go. I will stay with you, Coco. Please, don't go. Just now the two of our minds had overlapped. I felt if I took my eyes off of her, she would disappear. And Coco felt the same way. Coco's eyes watered as if she were sad. Okay. Shocked look.
誰？
Keshi. Coco.
お前今ココってそう言ったのか？
You do know her.
いや、知らない。
Liar. The way you said that, I know you know her.
本当に知らないんだ。
Why are you lying? The girl was here just now. But when you showed your face, she vanished.
嘘をついてるのはお前の方だろ。そんな女の子どこにもいないじゃないか。
Yes, there was. I'm positive that Coco was sitting on that bed. Tell me, who is she?
だから知らないって言ってるだろうが。それにお前は質問する相手を間違えてる。その女の子を見たのは俺じゃない。少年だろ。少年が見たんだろ。聞きたいのはこっちの方だ。ココって誰なんだよ。お前の知り合いか？
No, but
じゃあどうして名前を知ってるんだ？
I don't know why, but it just suddenly popped into my head.
やれやれ、またですか。本当にややこしい記憶喪失だよな、お前。オッケーオッケー。少年はこの加減圧室で一人の少女に出会った。理由はわからないけど、彼女の名前だけは知っている。で、その女の子はカゲロウのように跡形もなく消えてしまった。こんなバカバカしい話を俺に信じろと？
I'm telling the truth.
はいはい。
It's true, I said.
分かった分かった。
You don't get it at all.
とにかく俺は行くから。お前も早く来いよ。
Huh?
みんな会議室でお前のこと待ってんだよ。一緒に飯食おうと思って。
Who cares about eating?
じゃあ勝手にしろ。
Takeshi left me with those harsh words and departed. What am I gonna do? I'll help you, I'll wait here. Why don't we go together? I'll help you is for you, I'll wait here is for Sarah. The new choice is why don't we go together? Why don't we all go? That was my idea.
So
22で別れる必要なんてないもんな。
そうすればさすがにたけしも手出せないしね。
だから出さねえっつの。
So all four of us ended up moving to the room together. The room was covered in a massive web of pipes. The pipes continued into the adjacent generator room. It seemed that by opening and closing the valves, the water and oil pressure could be adjusted. Normally, LeMU is responsible for maintaining the generator room, but even LeMU can't do much when the generator itself goes out. Anyhow, this is all because the power supply is down. This room is designed so that maintenance can be performed manually at times like this, or during blackouts. That was what you told me. You selected one pipe from the countless rows of them and instructed Takeshi to close its valve. As he complained, Takeshi did as you had ordered and turned the valve shut. Sarah and I just stood off to the side watching the work unfold. Finally...
ダメだ。これ閉まんないよ、ゆう。
だらしないな。男でしょ。
んなこと言ったって閉まんないもんは閉まんないんだからしょうがないだろ。錆びついちまってるんだよ。びくともしないんだ。
じゃあレンチでも使ってみたら。
レンチ？
ハンドルの頭のところにボルトがついてるでしょ。レンチで引っ掛ければ動くかもしれない。
そうか、レンチか。おい少年、というわけだから工具箱を持ってきてくれないか？
I peered around in the darkness.
何やってんだよ。工具箱だよ、工具箱。
But there isn't one here.
あ？
たけし、ちゃんとこの部屋に持ってきた？
あ、いっけね。発電室の前に置いたままだ。
まったく。
Alright, I'll go get it. I ran heading for the exit. Water splashed as I ran along the route we had come along, but the generator room was practically next door. Less than 30 feet later, I returned the corner and entered the corridor leading to in front of the generator room. Oh, there it is! The toolbox was sitting right in front of the door. I headed toward it. Every time I put my foot down on the floor, little ripples formed on the surface of the water. The tiny circles of waves collided with the wall and bounced off of the side of the toolbox, rippling out in regular, constant trickles. It was dark. Still, I was able to sense the changes in coldness in the movement of the water. My vision felt surprisingly sharp. It happened just then. There was a big splash and spray of water. It came from around the right side of the wall, nearly below the operating console. The droplets of water were scattered gently around my legs. The ripples on the surface of the water gently bumped against my feet. A fear like I had never felt chilled me to the core. I readied myself for anything facing the darkness. Just then,
長湯店をいし月のせい夢の中より待ち降りぬ
who's there?
柳つくよみ林早くこんかと待ち降りぬ
Hey, who's there?
ゆくと丸みて眠りたも母に抱かれて
Coco, I said the name without thinking. The shape that suddenly swelled out of the darkness was undoubtedly the girl from the compression chamber, the one from the day before, and Coco was singing a song.
ココね待ってたんだよ
She spoke before I could.
君が来るのずっと待ってたの月のせいみたいに一人ぼっちで
Then you should have come to me.
ダメなんだよそれは無理なんだ
Why?
君が連れて行ってくれないからだよ
What?
みんなのとこに連れて行ってくれる
Of course I will. Let's go together right now. Just as I said that. A wall of water exploded from near Coco's feet. Droplets of water scattered everywhere like mist.
さようなら
Coco disappeared in the spray. The resulting waves stroked my feet. A fine spray of mist erupted skyward and rained down gently on the waves. There was the tool. So now I get a choice here when we're in the generator room that says I can tell them about Coco. I don't really know if I should or not. Okay, how about I do? I tell them. I told them. Actually, I saw that girl again.
あの女の子って
The girl that disappeared in the compression chamber. I told you last night. Don't you remember?
ああまた例の幻覚か
She's not invisible. I screamed at them as loud as possible.
ちょっと少年ムキにならないでよとにかく落ち着いてその女の子どこで見かけたの
In front of the generator room.
なんか話したの
Yeah. I think she said something about being all alone like a moon sprite. Oh, I know. She was singing a lullaby.
子守歌
It was the same as the lullaby that Sarah sang before. Takeshi and you looked at Sarah. I focused my eyes on her too.
私子守歌なんて歌ったことないけど
Liar! You did too sing a lullaby before, Sarah. I remember it. Sarah stared at me as if she felt sorry for me. You looked like she had a bad taste in her mouth. Takeshi avoided my eyes and leaned in close to say something to you and Sarah. You and Sarah listened to Takeshi whispering. What are you whispering about? I'm fine. I'm not crazy. Don't you look at me like that.
オッケー分かった分かったじゃあその女の子を目撃した場所にみんなで行ってみようじゃないか
She's not there anymore. She disappeared.
そうかだけどもしかしたらまた現れるかもしれないだろ
It's no good. She won't.
俺たちはお前の言ってることを信じてるんだいや信じることにしたんだなだからそう自暴自棄になるなよ少年
I didn't feel like saying anything else. Their agreeing with me was somehow sad. I was sure that the little whispering conference they had just held went something like along the lines of just agree with whatever he says. It depressed me and sapped all my energy. I didn't feel like resisting the three of them or trying to give myself a pep talk. I was tired. I thought they could do what they wanted. You just keep your cool, okay, kid? Takeshi's words lacked conviction. After that, when we went back in front of the generator room, of course there was no sign of the girl. The four of us waited outside the generator room until we could be sure that the temperature inside had cooled enough. Time was cruel but forgiving, like a wave that was rushing ever closer with each second. The sadness, frustration, and doubt in the back of my mind slowly disappeared. After a while, I was back to my normal old self. Only Coco's parting words, farewell, seemed to linger in my mind, echoing without end.
誰かがその視線、誰かの少年、あなたが目を閉じた時、私は消えてなくなるのです。
And now here I get the same thing to do with Sora. Try it or don't do anything, I'll try it. When I close my eyes, I decided to test it and covered my eyes with one hand. Instantly, Sora vanished. If Sora did exist, I should have been able to see her head above my hand and her feet below, but Sora wasn't here. My hand kept the laser from reaching my eyes, so I couldn't see Sora. Something about it made her seem fragile and temporary. It scared me. I quickly put down my hand. Her beautiful image appeared without a sound. She smiled gently. Sora?
何でしょう?
There was no real meaning in my question. Maybe it was just that I wanted to see whether or not she would answer me. Given her fragile existence, there seemed to be a danger that she might slip away at any moment. I was uneasy about it and at the same time felt a sort of awe about the mystery of it. I felt drawn to her.
もう何ですか? そんなにじっと見つめないでください.
Sora was blushing. Oh no, nothing else. Sora pinched her lips closed as if she were slightly embarrassed.
ところで、少年さん。
Yeah?
少年さんは月を見たことがありますか?
Exact same question she asked Takeshi. Yep. Okay, and that is how to start Coco's route on the kids' path. After that, it's the same thing. That is all of Ever17, the Out of Infinity. Bye!